Hello, I'm John O'Shaughnessy, author of The Greatest Gift, A Return to Hope. If you've read my book, you know it's essentially a love story with lessons. Lessons about life taught by a woman who was dying. That woman was my wife, Anne. In the last few months of her life, Anne became a teacher. Her home was her classroom, maybe the living room or the dining room, and her students were those brave enough to huddle in close, listening to every word she had to say. Of course, being a mother, she had two very special students, her young sons, our young sons, Eric and Colin. There's an old Zen proverb, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Well, back then, her young students were all of 10 and 12, and trying to fathom their mother's impending death was about all they could handle. It was all any of us could handle. But time passes, grief subsides, love endures, and the student becomes ready. I'd like to draw your attention to two chapters in my book. In the winter, she talked about the past, and in the summer, she talked about happiness. In these two short chapters, I attempted to show Anne's courage to make videotapes for her sons, one for Eric and one for Colin. Try as I may, I think I left too much to the reader's imagination. In their purest form, they show a beautiful woman, her passion for being a mother, and her undying love for her children. This book, The Greatest Gift, was Anne's idea. She said, write your own book, so I could tell her story. Well, I did just that. 2008 marks the 10-year anniversary of Anne's passing, and after much consideration and discussion with my sons, I've decided to expand Anne's classroom so Anne could tell more of her own story. In the videotape excerpts that you're about to see, she'll be doing just that. And so it is true. When the student is ready, the teacher indeed does appear. I'm delighted to tell you that the boys Anne doted over for all those years have turned into fine young men, men that any mother would be proud of. And that, of course, is due in no small measure to the fine mother that Anne was. And so, with that, I welcome you to Anne O'Shaughnessy's classroom, where class is now in session.
Hi Eric, it's Mom. This is the tape recording that we had talked about. Today is February 12th and it's cold outside. Mom just got back from her radiation. Trying to think of some things to talk to you about. When you need to talk, sometimes your mind just goes blank. But some of the things that you might not know about yourself is when you were born, you were only 6 pounds, 8 ounces, which was very small. And you had such teeny little legs that we used to call you chicken legs. I just can't believe, now you're almost 12 next month, and you're so nice and tall, and you're a runner now. To think that those little teeny legs that were probably not even an inch at the knee have grown into this has just been wonderful to see.
Well, Eric, he's playing trumpet in 6th grade this year. Let's hear a little happy birthday tune from himself, to himself. He's a beginner trumpet player. He'll be fine. What are you looking for? Oh, that would help some music. It's July 4th, 1998. Sue's here helping me to tape on a little bit. This is that dreaded talk that every parent hates a little bit about the sex issue. That's, right now you are 12, and probably when you watch this, you'll already be, 18 or so. and you'll have well known all about sex. The thing that I think is always hard is the first love. You're just so convinced, you're just so in love with this girl, and it can just break your heart, so you've got to really watch for that, and watch not to get too involved. Your focus needs to always be your schoolwork first. You know, it's one thing when you're in college and you meet someone and a lot more attention is there, you're older, 24 or whatever. I suggest waiting until 25 at least to marry. They always say when when you meet the right person, you'll know it. And I thought I did several times, but then when I met Dad, there was this real change. Can't quite say what it was, but I thought, this is what they're talking about. This is something different here. I just want you to make wise choices for your college. Not to get too involved with a girl, because your schooling, your education has to come first. That's the rest of your life that you're going to use to support your family and yourself. So, but again, I'm real confident with you. You've got good moral values, and I hope it works out well. And I wonder what her name's going to be. And I've often said, I wonder how many children you're going to have. When you were young, you wanted to name your children Sergei. You wanted them all to be Russian names. And we used to laugh at that, but it wouldn't matter to me, whatever you call them.
Hi, Colin. It's Mom. It's February 16th, 1998, and I had just got back from my radiation treatment about 10 minutes ago and thought I wanted to get started on this for you. Videotaping was something that we thought about when you were only 9 years old and 10 months. I just wanted you to have something where you could hear what my voice sounded like and kind of see what I looked like at this point here, and just a way to tell you how much I love you in the future, so that you'll know that.